Okay. Hi! So this week I'm going to be doing a review on VP Fashion hair extensions. And yeah, let's go ahead and go in. Meow. So this is the last week where I'm going to be putting up all the fan arts. Next week it's going to be going into the top 5 because I'm just too busy. And you guys really need to understand that I'm busy and I'm trying to do all this, but yeah. So let's go ahead and get started. 2 weeks ago, I received the package, VP Fashion, and basically when I first got it, as you saw, I saw the little letter that basically gives you like directions if you never had hair extensions before and you're dyeing them. This is really good for like, this is like more than I ever expected from other ones, because usually they're just like, this is what you got, but this one's like hair dyes that they recommend, you know, how to like rinse and dry and hair care, day cream, dye cream, you know, they just give you all this stuff and I'm like, holy crap. But also when I opened up the package, I noticed some slight shedding. There's black. And I don't know. It was interesting to me because I've never received hair extensions where it had shedding in the package. And I started running my hands through the extensions, only a couple more hairs came out, so I wasn't really too worried. But they're really thick, so they're thick all the way to the bottom. So I run my hands, and at the bottom, I noticed that it was cut at the bottom. So I'm thinking maybe when they cut it, some light shedding came out. But not really a problem. It came with 4 extra clips. The clips are very good, even the rubber band dyes, which is very important to me that the band dyes the same color that I dyed them. I had so much hair. It was so much hair. It came into this. It was 22 inches and 220 grams, which is a lot of grams. But I noticed that they were in here upside down. Not really a problem, but you know, when the end's right here, trying to reach the top, you're kind of gonna like fuck up all the hair on the way up. It's not really a problem, but to me I was just like, me. But still, like, the best packaging I've ever gotten for extensions. And there was so much hair, I wanted to do an experiment with them, so I separated them into 2 groups. One I would take care of, one I would kind of be a little reckless, not like overly aggressive, like fucking like brushing the crap out of it, but you know, like brushing it like from the middle, not from the bottom to the top, because obviously you're not going to go from the top and just like do that. So after dyeing and brushing the hair extensions and drying them and everything, this is how much shedded. You know, I made it into a little ball. This is how much it shed. I was kind of worried about this. I mean, I don't know how I really felt about it. I was like, this could be a problem. You know, I don't want to have these new extensions that are like super thick, then the next week they're like half the size. But the next day I did it again, but in a more careful way. Sorry, my camera. So more carefully, this time I know I did it the right way. I was kind to them, not really that aggressive and reckless. And this much came out. Let me go ahead and try to like show you a comparison to taking care of them and not taking care of them. So both into balls. You can tell that this one's obviously bigger than this one. And maybe I was a little bit too aggressive because I can see an actual like good strand that came out. So take care of them, you know, it's the obvious procedure. So I would say the stitching on the actual extensions is good. Usually when you get extensions after a couple days, the clips that are connected to the extensions start to come off. It's just the usual thing. It really sucks. This one only had one, or actually, no, it had 2. And it's not really a problem, but they give you 4 extra clips, but usually they're only like, here's 2. No, they give you 4. because you do have a lot of hair extensions. And you know, it wasn't like the threading was coming out, it was just kind of loosely put on, but it's not really a problem. It's way better than the usual hair extensions that you get from places where it's like the clip is like off. Like you get it and the clip is like dangling and you're like, Jesus Christ, so you have to like thread it back on. But these clips are good. The threading and stitching on the actual extensions are good. Together they're better than usual, but yeah. So at this point I just for 2 weeks like did the usual brushing, curling, straight, this and that, you know, putting it up, how the clips worked, and after 2 weeks, this is how much shedding I got. That's it. Like a couple strands out, maybe, other than this, but this is impressive. This is so little, okay? The other hair extensions that I usually buy is Mini House with 4/8. A good amount, you probably know them. This is how much hair I had after a month of wearing it. I would say a good amount of shedding, like for this just to be 2 weeks. That is nothing compared to what Mini House had. The clips on this were a little bit weaker, you know. This one's more the wave clips and not the actual like straight ball clips, which don't really connect to your hair that well, and probably could get, it would be harder to pull it out instead of like straight, because since it's like waved, your hair can go around the loop on the top wave. So, but as you can tell, the stitching on this, it said double weft, but to me, it just looks like one. And then on these, the VP Fashion, they were like for sure like double weft. Like there's a good amount of hair on those, and you know, compared to the thickness of these to these, this is basically like one side, and I have like 3 sides, so side, and back. So this is like one side, and you know, this makes it look way more fuller than when I had this hair, because you know, I had none in the back. I would always have to push in the front. So I'm definitely going to be switching from Mini House to VP Fashion. They're super thick. They're soft when I got them. I love them. They don't shed that much. You know, first impression, I was kind of worried about the shedding, but you know, now that I got through it, it's not bad at all. And they curl beautifully, and they hold the curl. When I first got them, for some reason I was like, there's so much like thickness, I don't even know if they're gonna curl for that long. So they curled, and I would say that they held a curl like this for maybe 4 days of like brushing and then like twisting it with my finger and putting them in, the lazy way of doing it. And then they turned into like a nice wavy like hair, and I had that and it stayed at the wavy curl for like 2 weeks. It didn't go like kind of straight, you know, it stayed, and that was pretty impressive too. So I definitely recommend VP Fashion hair extensions. They also have codes that I will leave down below for Valentine's Day, because woo, that's this weekend, and you know, there's a couple more days left, so if you guys want any of that, I will leave that down below. But for overall time, I do have a coupon code of my own. It's the coupon code SCREAM when you check out the VP Fashion hair extensions, and that gives you $10 off, which I will also keep down below. And I hope you guys actually check them out, because they are worth your time. I don't know how much I'm stressing that, because usually when I watch them, I'm like, oh, I like my hair extensions, but I promise you, you won't be disappointed at all with that. Yeah, these are probably going to be the extensions that I'm going to use for the rest of the time. So next thing I wanted to talk about, oh, I might regret saying this, but I might make 2 videos a week. Yeah, because I want to put more like casual videos up. Like, this is a good video. I enjoy putting videos like this up, you know, helping you guys tell me about stuff, but I want to do like maybe more P.O. Box videos and this and that, because I do have a P.O. Box mail right here. I have candy in one of them, and I'm super excited. But you know, I want to do more videos and stuff. And I also have something coming up that's really important to me, and whew, I'm kind of nervous because, you know, it's something I haven't told you guys about yet because, yeah, but I know you guys are open-minded, so I'm going to come out with you guys about it soon. Probably 2 weeks from now, when I have the thing happening, I'll record it and I'll explain it and yada yada yada. And maybe you guys can help me with it. But I'm excited and I'm nervous, and yeah. And if you want to know anything sooner, you can go on my Instagram, which is also below. Yeah, I hope to see you guys next week, and yeah, bye, y'all.